What's up? It is. Let me get this going here. Nuke the House Sports Betting. You got me, Keg?
I got
Nuke
you.
the House Sports Betting. I am so excited. 1 week from today, our website will be live. You'll use the code NUKE25 for 25% off a monthly plan. If you want to sign up for the year, it's $599.99, $120 savings. But Keg, this is great, man. We're going to be doing these island shows Monday nights, Thursday nights, Sunday nights. Of course, you've been doing the 1 to 7 slot on Sundays just for every single game, and you'll continue to do that. That's me behind the paywall, though, right? Because our shows are going to be free.
Yes, correct.
Good.
Yep.
Wonderful to see. Shout out to everybody in the chat. What is up? Give us a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd appreciate it. Now, we do have 2 preseason games tonight, and we can kind of check them out. There's the Patriots-Panthers that is on NFL Network, and then we've got the Lions and the Giants tonight. Patriots 6.5-point favorites at home. I mean, you talk about 2 dog shit teams, and then we see them in the preseason. And then the Giants host the Lions. Giants minus 3.5. Hey, what do you think of the Giants this year? Daniel Jones, everybody's kind of slobbing him right now. Malik Neighbors been having a big camp.
I am not a Danny Dimes guy. He's not worth $40 million a year. I think they should have just redrafted and tried again. But yeah, I think the New York Giants are going to be the 4th team in the NFC East. I really don't see any way around it, to be honest. I think that they're probably going to hang somewhere around 6 or 7 wins on the year. That's what my gut says. Probably miss the playoffs. And it's going to be a good year for New York Jets fans. It's going to be a down year for the Giants. Jets are going to be flying high. I feel good about it.
I must say that sounds like a real Jets fan to me. But I'm not a Danny Dimes guy either, and I don't understand why everybody keeps saying that he's this really good quarterback. I mean, he can run. He's not very accurate. What is it about Danny Dimes that they see?
I really don't know. Honestly, these people feel like, well, is he good enough? Because if we think he's good enough, then we have to pay him. And I don't think he is good enough. Now, they have a very good defense. Very good. But the offense is going to struggle. Saquon's gone. Obviously, they drafted Malik Neighbors, which is going to be huge. If Caleb Williams is not your offensive rookie of the year, probably going to be Neighbors, if I had to guess.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Like the way that these NFL contracts are structured, if you don't hit a home run, you cannot pay these people. You have to try again.
It's tough because you invested so much in one guy. And then at the time they were saying, well, how many quarterbacks are better than Daniel Jones? How many can we draft? And they believed in him. And I know that the front office was trying to save their jobs, but it just didn't work out. And this is it. Like, this is the year, right? If it doesn't happen this year, you can officially say that Danny Dimes is garbage. He'll be a backup or he'll be a starting quarterback for another horrible team.
I agree. And they're projected to be the 28th best quarterback room in the league.
Oof.
So that's not great. But they're that front 7 though, that is the bright spot on this New York Jets football team. They're ranked just outside the top 10. And but they have the single worst secondary projected in football. So it's going to be a tough year. For those G-men.
We're going to be targeting some quarterback and wide receiver props during the season, aren't we? Some people would say they've got a good defense, such as Tommy Z. Is he a Giants fan?
Yeah, that front 7 very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. But for the most part, we're not betting. I'm not betting tonight's games as of now. We are live betting. So if we see something, we will say something and we'll get it out to you in the real-time in-game sports betting notifications. Those of you that are Patreon members for the next couple of days, because Patreon is moving to subscription, we can show a little bit more of our website here. That'll be great. I know we've got a few people that have already hit us up, probably a dozen, maybe more, that said they want a year subscription, just like Seth McClenahan. So you want to say hey to Seth and tell him everything's cool?
Hey, Keg, sent you a DM with my email. Yep, I sent it to you, buddy.
Beautiful.
You should have it already.
Yeah.
But like, getting back to the Giants,
yeah,
like Danny Dimes had the benefit of Saquon Barkley in the backfield. True. And now who does he have? Devin Singletary? Is that going to be their starter?
For now, yeah. It seems like he's pulling away.
That's not good. That's not ideal.
What about Tyrone Tracy Jr.? Is that good?
No, probably not. Probably not.
You know what though? The craziest thing about this, Keg, is that I like Malik Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, Slayton's kind of got to get his shit together. Isaiah Hodgins, Jalen Hyatt. These are all guys with a lot of talent at the wide receiver position. The question is, can he get him the ball? Can Jones get those guys the ball? Because I'm saying this again, there's some spark scores. There's some dudes that are really athletic on that offense, and I'm just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it from Daniel Jones to get him the ball consistently.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing that guy does is scramble, like running. I mean, that's not a good sign.
Unless you are Josh Allen. So
and maybe Lamar Jackson. Outside of that.
Yeah. And then there's the Lions who are facing the Giants tonight. We're not going to see a lot of starters. I think Mahomes is playing this week. He's probably going to play a quarter because we only got 3 preseason games now. But, this is a team with a lot of expectations now. They didn't have that many expectations last year. They addressed the cornerback position, which I think is very, very important. Jared Goff, surprisingly, was just really, really good. I know one of our Patreon guys was just pointing out how good he was last year. 4,575 yards passing, 30 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. You adjust some of the numbers, it's completely within the realm of possibility he throws 40 touchdowns this year. And you really just have to look at that depth chart. Amon-Ra St. Brown has turned into one of the handful of elite wide receivers, top 5 or 6, right? Jamison Williams is a guy that has to, get off his ass. And it's time. It's time for him to prove what he is. He's been hurt. He's dropped a lot of balls. Khalif Raymond as a number 3. Laporta's their second best receiver on that team. And then that dynamic duo of Gibbs and Montgomery as the running back. So I think the big question right now, and Aiden Hutchinson's going to have a nice pass rush there. Did they do enough to address their secondary? And I'm not sure that I'm going to know that question until we see him for a few weeks in the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, the Lions offense was an absolute wagon last year. There's just no two ways about it. I mean, they were top 5 in yards per play, EPA per play, yards per carry. They had 250 first half points in the league through 13 games last year. So the question, the NFC North is really interesting, man, because, everybody's snap reaction is going to be the Lions win the North, which I would rank them number 1. But if the real Jordan Love stood up in the second half of the year last year, where he played the best football in the league, then Green Bay is going to be a problem. And then when you look at the Bears, no rookie quarterback, maybe in the history of football, has been set up better than this kid. Bears have a top 5 defense. Their weapons are fucking dumb. It's just stupid. So, I mean, like, it's not out of the realm. Now, I'm not sold on Caleb Williams. Guys in our YouTube chat are more. I'm not totally yet. I want to see it because I want to see it. Like, being good at USC literally means nothing in the National Football League. Take a look at USC quarterbacks. It means nothing. So I want to see it. That's all. Now, but if he's the real deal, it is not outside the realm of possibility that Chicago Bears go to the playoffs in year 1. So, I mean, the North is going to be fire all year. Now, it's a really tough ask for the Minnesota Vikings this year.
Mm-hmm.
They almost are guaranteed to be the worst team, I think, in the division. Now, maybe Darnold finds something and just a veteran quarterback could string some wins together for them, and they're in the running for third. But yeah, I'm going to put Detroit number one, but I don't think that the Bears and the Packers are that far behind them.
By the way, my eyes are absolutely melting watching this game right now. This Panthers Patriots. Like, I'd like to watch the Lions game, but it's not on right now. So I'm stuck watching this thing. Oh, I can't wait to see Drake May. But again, you really can't take much out of this unless he pisses his pants. Seriously, like that's it. If you see a quarterback that's jumping around, he's nervous, then that makes me nervous about him. But I don't think you're Drake May guy either, are you?
Well, I am not a New England Patriots guy, so I hope the kid falls flat on his face. Yeah, I hope he falls flat on his face. Listen, the reports out of training camp is that he's behind. And the reports out of training camp are that Joe Milton looks great and he's looked better so far. Now, all four quarterbacks I think are going to play tonight for New England. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I mean, listen, I thought Drake May was really good at North Carolina. Like, is that going to translate to the NFL? I'm not sure. But like when you look at the wide receiver room for this team, like, he's not getting any help. I could tell you that. Like let me pull up.
It's bad, man. Like, he literally they have nobody to surround him with. So what they're going to do is end up running the football with Ramondre, and maybe Antonio Gibson will be a nice passing back. But Demario Douglas, Kendrick Bourne, these are your top two targets.
Yeah, and Jalen Polk, they drafted in the second round out of Washington.
All right, that's fine.
You better hope that kid's the real deal, because I mean, they have no help at all.
No, you're right. So Panthers on the other side, I'm not ready to say Bryce Young's a bust after 1 year. That was about the worst offensive line that you could see. They had absolutely nothing around him. They went out, tried to beef up the offensive line. But again, I have a problem with, making a judgment on a guy after 1 year. Sometimes you could tell that guy's just not going to work out. I can't tell that Bryce Young is going to work out. He's not going to be as good as CJ Stroud anytime soon. But and I got to get your thoughts on Stroud, because I wonder if you think he's going to take a step back or not. But Bryce Young last year just had no shot whatsoever. Coaching staff, offensive line, weapons. I want to see what the kid can do in year number 2. Probably give him 4 to 6 games, and then we'll make a decision on Bryce Young. What's your take on Bryce Young there? And then maybe get into CJ Stroud too.
Do you remember when a rookie quarterback was given like 3 or 4 complete seasons to figure out what they had before they moved on? Like, those days are over.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah. You're right. But like, here's my problem. I could never say after 1 year that a kid doesn't have it, because it's the hardest position to play in sports. Like, some people are like, look at how bad Jordan Love was in the first half of the year. He was garbage. Then you look at the second half, something clicked for that kid, and then he was the best quarterback in the league the second half of the year. Yeah. So that happens for some people in the middle of year 2. So do I think that the verdict is in on Bryce Young? Absolutely not. Not yet. No, I think it's way too early. Now, do I think I'm the wrong guy to ask about CJ Stroud? But I'll tell you, do I think the verdict is in here? Yeah, he's a top 5 quarterback in the league right now. I said what I said. I don't care what anybody says. That kid is special. Now, is he Mahomes special? No. Can he be maybe one day? Maybe. Because rookie quarterbacks don't throw for 4,500 yards, bro. Almost 4,500 yards. Like, what that kid did was spectacular. So I don't see him, especially now. Think about he didn't even have healthy wideouts last year, and he threw for over 4,000 yards. Now you're going to give him Diggs. Who else did they get? Besides Diggs?
They got Dell coming back off an injury.
Right.
So they got him. They got Dalton Schultz. They've got Nico Collins, who's probably their number one option. The offensive line they beefed up. I love that offense too because they pass a lot. You know, it's a passing offense. It's a spread out offense. And if Tank Dell comes back healthy, I mean, you talk about a possession receiver,
stud,
yak. Diggs still has something left. He's on the backside of his prime, but I think he's at the end of his prime still. And then Nico the Freako, this dude. I think Sean who was it in the Discord? Maybe Sean Fox put it in there. Maybe it was Dargo. Over 975.5 yards receiving this year. Like he stays healthy. He plays 15 games. He blows through that. Nico's a stud.
Cause you know who CJ Stroud is. Like I think he is who everybody thought Carson Wentz was going to be. After those first 14 games when he was a lock to win the MVP and then he got hurt and then that was it. It was over. Like, I think that this kid is as real of a deal as it gets. He will be the second best quarterback in football for the next 13 years. 100%.
I mean, Carson Wentz ran. That's the one thing. Stroud can run. He just doesn't run.
Yeah, he could. He just doesn't do it. Right.
Yeah. And you got to wonder if that's just the next part of his evolution. Does he start running or does he sit back in the pocket, hit all of his weapons? He just has elite weapons everywhere. Get the running game going after that. I mean, this team, man, they brought in Joe Mixon too. Joe
Mixon sucks, bro.
You know what? Joe Mixon better than Devin Singletary.
Oh, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Better than Damian Pierce, who looked like he was running with concrete blocks on his legs last year. What the hell happened to that guy?
You're right. He's an upgrade from Singletary.
Yeah. So, and he's a guy that could do everything, right? Mixon could do everything. They got to, they'll bring in a third down back too. But as far as the Texans go, they got a tremendous pass rush. I love their head coach. I love their offense. I just love everything about the Texans right now.
If you're betting player props this year with the Houston Texans, man, just get ready to hit that alternative props line because Stroud's going to put up some numbers.
What's Nico the Freako's number week one? But here's the thing. Here's the other thing. We might have to sit back and figure out the pecking order too, right? Because in week one, you pull back on your bankroll.
I'm totally with you in terms of like who is going to identify themselves as the number one guy. But in the meantime, we could just hit Stroud because whoever it is, Stroud's going to be throwing the ball a ton and they're going to put up a ton of points.
Drake May is in the game for the Patriots. It's pouring rain. There's about 6,000 people in the stands. So I'm not expecting too much out of Drake May tonight.
The conversation about do you take it easy at the beginning of the year or don't you?
Betting?
It's really player specific. Like me personally, I always tend to start slow for the first 2 weeks because I want to get a feel for how these teams look on the field. But there is an argument to be made that the biggest edge you will have all year on the sports book, if you've prepped for months, is the beginning of the year, because that is when the market will be at its most inefficient, right? So I tend to ramp up as the year goes on because we're betting so many other sports that I prep the whole month of August, but I don't prep in May, in June, in July. So I start slow, but I get the argument on why people attack right from the door because it is at its most inefficient in the beginning of the year.
I'm about to make a bet here, Keg. I really am. Under 31.5 in this Patriots Carolina game. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, it's pouring down rain. And in the regular season, there's certain weather conditions that you get worried about. Monsoons. I wouldn't say this is a monsoon, but we've got some really bad quarterbacks in here. And we also have a couple of guys that defensively, or a couple of teams, the Patriots defense really down the depth chart. These guys can play. So, all right. So New England picked up a first down. I just don't see 32 points getting put up in this game. And I know it's a little bit lower than the close, but I just hit it on DraftKings. Like this is,
what did it close at? 34 and a half.
I thought it was 34 and a half, but
Swatty said Kushner apparently became the CEO overnight. That's funny.
All right, will you explain to everybody how this happened? Because I don't want to.
It's real simple. It's real simple. Do I look like CEO material to you?
No. Do I? 30.
Yeah, way more than me, bro. Yeah, way more than. Just let me worry about picking winners. You do everything else.
Oh, no. Matt, Keg does have a title. Chief Winning Officer, CWO.
Chief Profitability Officer.
All right, CPO, Chief Profitability Officer.
Yeah.
What about Coop?
That's good. Doing? Financial Officer.
What's Coop doing? He's our financial officer. All right, wonderful.
Coop right now is checking how many people gave us money right now. That's what he's doing.
And then we got Matt, who is our community leader. I don't even know what the hell title. I gave everybody a title. He's like director of communities and tweeting and shit. That's part of his title.
We'll go with that.
Director of communities and social media and shit.
Awesome.
So you could put that on his business card. That's great. He's also our lead MLB writer. He put up our first article today, and guess who won? Matt. We are 1-0 on the new Nuke the House.
Matt put up his first and only article ever.
We are up. Yeah, no shit. Right after he's like, I don't want to write anymore. I'm like, dude, you just won your bet. You're gonna write. You're gonna have to write the rest of the month. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen. Let me go through the chat here. Here's what we do. We love the community. I'm coming in with Keg. I love these guys that have signed up. If there are any women out there, I'll try not to offend you. I have to be a little bit more professional as the chief operating officer and chief executive officer, so I can't go down some roads that I did before. But boy, was there a lady that was just very upset at me last year. Do you remember her? Who was that?
I don't.
Oh, you don't remember? Oh, every show she'd be like, "You're the worst. I can't believe it." You know, you.
Oh, yeah,
I love women.
I do.
Yeah, I do. She was not happy because she was ugly, and I told her that.
Well, that's hurtful. That's
hurtful. I'm just telling you what I said. I said you're not an attractive woman, and she took offense to it, and that was that. But from now on, I'll never do that to a woman again. Maybe like in person, but I won't do it on the show.
Yeah, be nice, right? Man. It does. Listen, you know what? It doesn't cost a penny to be nice.
Yeah, but it does take a lot of effort.
It does. Yeah, it does.
It does take a lot. So, who's Johnny Nelson? Do you know Johnny?
That's Johnny. That's our guy, Johnny.
That's our guy, Johnny Nelson. That's Johnny Boy. What's his name?
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. I just knew. I know him as Johnny. Seth already said he wants to get in. We know Tommy. He does the show with Johnny Nelson. What up, JW? What up, Richie Smalls? We got a lot of people in here. Oh, Sign. Let's talk about Sign for a second. This mofo is slaying the Olympics. He might be. Why doesn't he work with us? Why doesn't he want to do that?
Don't get me going, bro.
Is he just too good?
I've been trying for a year.
I know. That's the amazing thing about Nuke the House. Like when we have the site up for everybody else right now, it's just annual subscribers. We just did that today. But once we have the site up, like you get into our Discord, this guy's throwing picks up there. He won't put it on the sheet, and he's just as profitable as any of our terrific cappers.
He's going to he actually reached out to me and said, hey, I'll write up a betting preview for the U.S. Open tennis. You could throw it on the site. Slowly, brick by brick, I'm bringing him in. Brick by brick.
He's doing it. What else can we entice Sign to do to give out his wealth of knowledge?
All right.
Did he write an article once a week?
Let's not blow the kid that much. Let's settle down.
How old is he? He's a kid?
He's a baby. He's like 23.
I thought he was like 60.
No, he's like 23. He's a baby.
Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, get your shit together, signed. If you want to be a profitable bettor, just hop on the train. Well, you're already hopped. You are already profitable. If you really want your name out there, come on the team. Come on. The CEO is now calling you, not this chief profitability bullshit. Sean Fisher's a guy we know. Johnny Nelson, who we just talked about. Johnny Bravo, right? Or Johnny Boy. Johnny Bravo, right?
You see that name, Anthony, in the YouTube chat?
No. I see Die Hard.
You don't know who that is. But
I see Iowa.
Ant is the guy that I started the Sports Keg with, the YouTube channel 6 years ago.
See Marty. What happened to him?
It's not worth getting into.
Come on, get in, Anthony. Is this the guy that taught me about Bussy?
I don't know. But me and him talk politics all the time.
But hold on, you have a guy that's a gay guy that is a big part of the site, right? Who is he?
Guy?
Yeah, because last year he'd come on the shows all the time, and if anybody said anything bad, we'd be like, "Shut up!" You know, these people are amazing. He is. Ant
is gay, but I don't remember him.
You guys literally put me in. I was so uncomfortable because I'd never heard of Bussy before.
Oh, there's Onyx. I think that's the person that hates you.
That's not the person that
is that
Onyx,
not the.
Onyx, do you hate me? Is there any reason for you to hate me right now? By the way, we're doing a live show tonight. It's freaking preseason. Will you put the play on the board, by the way?
Oh, at the bottom? Yeah. What did you?
It might be old now, but you might as well put it up there. No, you can still get a 30. It's down to 30 and a half, 29. Just put 31 and a half, just in case anybody decided to tail me.
At what price?
It was minus 10. Ramon Scott Sports. Ant, fuck you. What does that even mean?
Love Ramon. Ramon's a great guy.
What are we doing here? Anyways.
Ramon's another solid capper.
Gerardo. Hold on a second. Where's our guy Anthony? So anyways, Anthony last year was just giving me the whole insight, just catching me up on what happened and gay things over the last 30 years. And it was very informative. So hit up Anthony if you have any questions about that.
I always said 19 minutes into the year and we are off the rails.
Apparently I didn't teach you about Bussy because it's pronounced Boosie. Well, I just tried to forget about it, Anthony. Just try to put that in my mind, out of my mind.
Ant's Ant sends me messages like, "Hey, bro, you better hedge off that $4,000 Trump bet because she's coming." And I'm like, "Oh man,
yeah, I don't think that unless he survives another attempt, I think that bet's done." And we're not taking sides here. I'm just saying, you put 4K on Trump.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
That would be unfortunate for me.
And then let's just move on and not talk politics. And then Untouchable Jay. So everybody's in here. Say you're in here, guys. Yeah, it's so easy. Just hit the thumbs up, hit the like button for us. It's going to help the channel, which is going to help you because then Keg is going to want to win even more than 343 units, like Nuke the House did last year. You probably got a graphic of how much we're up this year too. It's just amazing.
I don't actually, because I forgot to make it.
All right. Good job out of you. Good job. I asked you. It's all right. Last week I said I worked for the wrong company. So this is your makeup. And I got to remember, I got to send our producer all the stuff from our show today. If you guys missed the AFC East and AFC West previews, Keg and I sat down for like 35 minutes. Boom. That was it. East Coast Poker. What up, boys? Site looks fantastic. Exciting stuff. Hell yes.
Thank you, buddy.
I'll hit the thumbs up when Keg says something nice about JJ McCarthy. Don't hold your breath. Oh, there's the. Do we want to give a site tour?
Sure.
Oh, all right. You're gonna have to use the thing, but ladies and gentlemen, we can't. You know what? We can't even use this because we got the scroll on the bottom. But real quick, let's just run through this. Go up at the top. Okay. It says Nuke the House. And then there's a little welcome video there where I welcome everybody. We'll also have the content schedule there. We'll go down a little bit. We tell you how many units were up last year. We'll tell you how many units were up this year. Free daily pick. For those of you that haven't signed up for our free daily pick, you'll go there. You'll sign up for that. Give us your email, how to live bet, the game plan. Keg, what are we offering?
Well, we offer about as profitable a website, I think, as you're going to find out there. Yeah. For those that have been following me for a long time, you guys know what I do. And above everything, integrity and honesty mean more to me than anything. So transparency is a big thing for us. All our plays will be tracked daily by handicapper that you can go to 24/7 and see exactly what we are up or down for the month and year. Obviously, our game plans, which we'll show you guys in a minute, which is the comprehensive guide that basically gives you a plan of attack for every single NFL game, PGA Tournament, NASCAR Cup race, UFC event. And then we're going to have a series on how to bet, basically from the most rudimentary entry level you've never bet in your life before, people, all the way up to Coop and I getting into, our thoughts per sport on in-game betting theory. After that, obviously, most live betting shows in the business, you guys know that, 25 plus hours a week we'll be streaming. We will be live for every NFL game this year. And then the community, which is first and foremost what this entire entity is built on. So up at the top, you got football, fighting, NASCAR, golf, baseball, picks, where you guys would go for the team, all the bios, and let me log in real quick so you guys could see what it
I want to go to the NFL articles too. Like, oh, look at it. Hold on. Go up first. Look at this guy. Chief Profitability Officer. And then he cuts it out. Chief Profitability Officer. Very disappointing. We do have some articles up right now.
Yeah. So once you log in, you'll get a screen like this. It will tell you the schedule for the next couple days. As you go down, the videos, little dashboard for you guys on the left. Articles will be on the right here. Up here, articles, videos. We'll have an NFL podcast every week. This will premiere Wednesday, the week the season starts. We'll have our NFL power ratings up. You'll be able to check them out every week to put them against your own lines. And then that's basically it for the sports. Just articles, videos, the live streams. Now, the picks, which is what everybody cares about. Go to the daily pick sheet. It'll all be broken down for you guys here by capper. This is just an example. We'll transfer everything over after the weekend. Everybody's plays would be here for the daily picks. We cleaned it up. We're going to have a parlay sheet now. Parlays, like when Coop goes nuts with his 5 million leg parlays at 3,000 to 1. They'll be here. All the futures action that we're on will be here. It will be its own sheet. And then betting history, right? You could say, oh, what's Keg doing? Now, Keg is up about 90 units now.
I mean, you better pick it up. We're already halfway through the season. If you bet $100, you're only up $9,000.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So all the tracked pays will be here for you guys to check, follow along, the year-to-date total, and exactly what we're doing per month. Now, my favorite part about this section is track your own picks. Basically, we've made a spreadsheet for you guys to be able to track your own picks, and you would click that, you would download the copy, and then the formula will already be in there, and you'll be able to track your picks along with us. And like I always tell everybody, the more info that you have on your own betting practices, the better you're going to be able to decipher what you need to work on, what your weaknesses are, and what your strengths are. Finally, the game plan, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Now, coming from a DFS site like we were at, what I loved about that site, and DFS in general, is the amount of data that you get in these DFS playbooks. So I was like, how do we make that for betting? So we came up with the game plan. It's basically our equivalent to a betting playbook. Now, it'll give you a game synopsis. This is from the Super Bowl. It will tell you how we feel about the side and the total, which way we lean, if we like it, at what number we like it, what the target is, at what it's good to. Same thing for player prop in-game targets. But up here, we have the offensive edge, the defensive edge. I'm not going to put all the analytics in here that I use because, number one, we pay for them. And it costs, not cost, but it would take up too much time. And most people don't know, like, the ins and outs of net yards per play, DVOA, EPA, and so on and so on and so on. So these are just like yards for you guys, total yard stats, like where they were, 4th in passing, 6th in passing, gives you at least an idea of what their strengths are. And then when you come down here, pregame player prop targets. Wednesday, the props drop. If we hit something, we will put it here. And if we like something, but the number is not great, we will tell you what the target is should that line move there before kick. After kick, in-game player prop targets. If you cannot watch the live betting show, but you guys want at least an idea of what we think we will do live. Now, it's always going to change depending on what's going on in the game, but at least this will give you an idea. Example, Brock Purdy in the Super Bowl, his number was 12.5 rushing yards. I wanted 14.5. So the target, 14.5 at -110. It's good to 14.5 at -115. Now, during the game, if you're out with your boys and that number goes to 14.5, that could be a buy on spot. Now, you would have to watch the show or wait to get the notification to find out if we pulled the trigger, but at least you'll have an idea of what we're thinking. And then obviously derivative, quarters, halves right here. And at the bottom of every game, whatever official spreadsheet picks for the game that are on the spreadsheet will be at the bottom here for you guys. And we did this for the NFL, PGA, you guys could see, NASCAR, and then MMA. And now what we will have set up for you guys is over here in the game plan, under MMA, there will be a prelims, early prelims, and main card for you guys to just click there. And then we're going to try to list all the games individually. So you don't have to just keep scrolling, and you could just select the game that you want to. But Holden, it's been a long time coming, and I am excited, my friend.
Let me give you a little background on what happened. So last year, kid goes, "Hey, Gush, I really want to do a show with you." And I'm like, all right, you going to pay me? He's like, no. So I said, all right, I'll do this. I don't give a shit. Let's go. Let's give it a run because I want to work with the best live bettor in the world. He says he's not. I can say it. He can't say it. He won't say it. So he goes like this. Who the fuck else is up 343 units last year? Come on, man. We haven't even gotten a football season yet. You're up 90 units. So I don't want to hear about it. Okay. I don't want to hear about it. He's the best live bettor in the world. If you know somebody better, let me know. So anyways, he goes, gosh, yeah. So like by week 3, I said, we got to open up a shop, man. We got to do this. We have got to go into business together. By week 7, the big talk was you got to get an antenna. Okay. Because we're doing Sunday Night Football and you're a minute behind me because I got an antenna. The guy didn't have an antenna the whole year. Big red flag, like I told you, Keg. But you know what? Despite the red flag, I decided to keep pushing and pushing. By week 12, he was like, I think I'm going to do this, but I'll think about it. By week 17, he's like, all right, let me take like 6 weeks. And by the time the Super Bowl was over, this guy's like, come on, meet with me. Coop's sitting in there. He's like, it's time to do it. It's time to do it. And that's it. We're here. Nuke the House is here. I've never owned a business. It is a lot more than I thought it was going to be, but it's totally freaking awesome. Because I can say I have a title now for the first time in my life, and there's nobody else I probably would have gone into business with in betting. I'm not even kidding. Like, and here's the deal. Here is what I have heard from people since we were at the other site at RPS. I like those guys, so I don't mind saying it.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah, I literally have no problems with anybody that we were working with when you were there.
Yep.
So, you know, the thing was, the biggest complaint I got is I don't have 7 hours to watch games all day. I don't have 3.5 hours to sit there and watch your shows. So what were we thinking? Oh, I got an idea. You got an idea. And he goes, how about we do real-time live in-game betting notifications? And that's what we're going to do now. Now, are you going to get the best number if you sit down and watch the show? Absolutely. Are you still going to get a really good number if your phone is on and Keg hits the button and you get the real-time notification from us? Yeah. So I also want to say, again, transparency. If you're not watching the shows, you're not going to win the 343 units that these guys won. But I'll tell you something, you're probably going to win 200. But you're going to have to sit by your phone. You're going to have your phone with you, especially on Sundays. You know, Monday night, come check out the show. If you don't want to, notifications. Sunday night, Thursday night, those are free shows. If you're going to be a subscriber, I mean, you're paying for it. You might as well watch the show. But if you don't, you're still going to get real-time live betting notifications. But you have to be a subscriber. And I'm looking forward. What we got? Nuke 25% off your first payment of a monthly plan.
Yep.
So it's coming, guys. And I've never been more excited in my life for a business venture. And this is coming from a guy that got a job as a talk show host in Washington, D.C., television. There's been nothing that I've been more excited about than to launch a business and to go into business with Keg and to go into business with Coop and our chief community officer of social media and shit, all these guys. And it's going to be a blast. And we have some wonderful writers on our team, Spread, JC. I'm happy to have Tyler back in the fold, one of the better, prop bettors out there. He's back in the fold too. Gary, our baseball guy, also knows a whole bunch of people or a whole bunch of things about a whole bunch of things. It's not just baseball that he's into. Let's see here. He just got back. Yeah. By what time? How about 9 Eastern? So tomorrow he's going to write a baseball article for us. So he'll do the pick and I'll throw it up on the site. So, I mean, you can check the site out. It's just that we only have free articles up there and you're not going to get the whole package. So you can go to nukethehouse.com if you want.
We got Ray for college football.
Oh, Ray. I cannot wait. Ray,
every Saturday morning, there will be a college football show for you guys, kind of like game day, college game day, but just focused around sports betting that Ray and somebody will do. And then Sunday mornings, and 90 minutes before kick, Kushner and I and probably one of our guys will go live breaking down all the games, and we by hook or by crook will be live for every single NFL game this year. Me and Kush will do Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night free, and then I'll have my crew, me and my guys on Saturday, and then Sunday from 1 to 7 they'll be with me too. But that show will be behind the paywall.
You forgot to put which game the under 31.5 is for. It's for Carolina, New England. Now the total is down to 29.5. I mean, honestly, if I didn't get in at 31.5, I wouldn't have mind. I can't say that I'm betting the 29.5, but I think it's a pretty good number still. These guys just can't do anything. The weather's bad. You got bad offenses. You got guys on defense, especially on the Patriots side, down the depth chart. These guys just love defense because it's all they're able to do. So I love the 31.5. The 29.5, I don't think is the worst bet either. But we'll see. We'll see what goes on there. Whew. We just said a lot.
We said a lot. We
Yeah.
said what we said.
We got more to say too, because we'll hang out till halftime or maybe a little bit after halftime. We don't have to do this all night, Keg. But again, we got to talk about live betting strategies. We've got to talk about the two games that are going on right now with the 4 teams, and there's not a lot going on. The Lions and the Giants, 3-0 Detroit, 30 seconds left in the first. Drew Lock threw a pick. Nate Sudfeld's out. Oh, Nate Sudfeld I didn't even know he's the third stringer in Detroit now. So Nate Sudfeld's there, just so you know, Keg. Nothing going on there, 3-0, and we're in full preseason mode. A minute into the second quarter, no score. Patriots Panthers. Drake May 2 of 3, 19 yards though. So get the hype train running. Brady 2.0 in Boston. Oh, he went 2 for 3.
The stadium's like 10 minutes from my house. It's
19
pouring.
yards.
It's pouring outside my house right now. It's coming down hard at the stadium.
Yeah, but it's yeah, that's nasty too. Probably look at the under in that one. What's the under at in the Lions and the Giants? Anything over 30
right now.
25, 28.5. Oh, it's down to 25.5 in the Patriots Panthers. So that's unbettable. 28.5 in the Giants and Lions. Do you think they're scoring 4 touchdowns?
Probably not.
I just don't want to.
Unless, turnovers because of the weather. But, outside of that, probably not. What's the second? Is there a second quarter total?
I can try and find one. DraftKings would probably be the best place for that. And I got to sign up for all these sports books. On Monday, I'm going to go reach out to the affiliates. People are going to need to sign up for sports books. We'll get you the best deal possible with that. But let's see your quarters. Second quarter total. First half total, 12.5.
And what do they have right? So the second quarter total is 9.5. Where are the Giants right now? Where are they?
The Giants are on their own 32.
They're going to score 10 points in this quarter, bro.
Well, we're talking about. Oh, Tommy DeVito's in though. So you want to go for it? You want to throw a little bet in here? A little under 12.5 first half total. Let me see if I can find one better number. We're probably not going to get a better number than that, but they got to score 10 points. They're scoring a touchdown and a field goal.
I think that's a tough ask.
We're getting into NFL mode right now, but this is,
I know I haven't even gotten to the NFC yet. But that's the thing with live betting. It's so reactionary. Like it all depends on the game and what's happening in the game.
12.5 even money, ESPN bet.
Yeah, I like that.
You betting it?
Yeah, I'm going to throw.
All right, that's it. Half a unit. It just went to minus 15. Let me see what DraftKings is out. 12.5 minus 105. There you go. I'm betting it. Although they just locked it on me. Under 12.5. Come on, DraftKings. Give me the goddamn bet. They're not going to let me bet it.
I got second quarter total under 9.5 minus 105 for a half unit. I bet it.
All right. They locked me at DraftKings, so I can't bet it. So I got to bet a minus 10. Let's see if the bet goes through. All right, so we got 2 bets already in preseason football, buddy. Oh, no.
What happened?
No, they changed it to 125. How did we bet a 125 on this garbage? That's the one frustrating thing right now. I don't want a fucking same game parlay. I just want the straight. I want the straight bet, buddy. And they're not giving it to me yet. Nope. They don't want me to. What's going on here, Keg?
I'm looking at it. You can't bet. You can't get it in.
It just changed to minus 20. I'll do it anyways. Hopefully it lets me go through. But yeah, they didn't. They kind of.
I like it less at minus $1.20.
Well, I'm not betting what you're betting. I'm betting $50. I'm betting a half a unit.
Okay.
So you put your number up there. I'm still, but this is the other thing. Like that kind of happens. If you're not watching with us, you're not going to get as good a number. So Keg's got, what did you get? A minus 105. You might get a minus 120.
I tell people all the time, sometimes you will get better numbers than us, and sometimes you will get worse. That's just how it is.
You know, the other thing that we're gonna have to think of, and we're just thinking out loud, we're just BSing tonight, is like maybe when you put the pick out 12.5, good up to, minus 110, minus 115. But that's going to be a lot on you because you got to make the bets and you just got to win. So I don't know.
What else is new?
Mentally tough, which is why you need a sports psychologist on the show to help you point stuff out.
That's my guy MT.
Yeah. What is he talking about?
Dude, this guy's had so many gigs. He was a D1 wrestling ref. He's a sports psychologist, I think, for like pro athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And there was something else in sports that he does that blew my mind. I'm like, this guy, he's incredible. Yeah, those standalone games are going to be fun because we'll have like rotating guests on for 20, 30 minutes at a time to break it up.
And I'm excited. He
was a caddy. A caddy, that's right. Wait, what do you mean I'm making shit up? I said hockey, didn't I? D1 hockey, I said.
You're doing hockey?
If I didn't say hockey, I meant hockey. I knew it was hockey. And he was a caddy for 16 years.
Well, that's fucking pretty cool.
Guy. Yeah, it's so cool.
Fucking guy, as you would say.
Yeah, fucking guy.
Fucking guy.
Oh, I said wrestling. I meant hockey.
Wrestling? What are you talking about wrestling for? We're not doing wrestling, are we?
No, he was a D1. He was a D1 ref, but it was hockey, not wrestling.
All right, I'm just finishing my baseball DFS lineup, so sorry about that. We will have a DFS partnership too, and we'll have a code for you. So stick tight if you're looking for NFL DFS provider. We're going to have a good partnership going on. And I think you're going to like. Don't tell them who it is. I know you already had before, but I think you're going to like the product that we're going into a partnership with. So that's going to be cool too. All right, let's see where we are with these bets, friendo. Giants, Lions. First half total under 12.5. Second quarter total 9.5. We got 13 minutes to play. Scoreless, and the Patriots have the ball in their own 37.
We got a little sweat ski now. Let's go.
Scoreless there. Oh, we don't have a sweat. We got nothing. So hold on. Panthers, Patriots. I'm taking that back. I'm watching Panthers, Patriots. No score, nothing going on. 12 minutes to play first half. We got under 31.5. Lions, Giants, no score, 3-0 Lions. We got under 12.5 first half, under 9.5 quarter. And the Lions have the ball in their own 36. This is just great.
Hey, guys, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not a member. And after the video, leave a comment on the video. Help the algo out.
Yes.
Help us out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be nice too. Like
we have for the effort.
So many people that have been here with you for a long time. For some reason, they just don't know how to hit the like button. I mean, I hate saying you got to hit the like button. I hate saying you got to subscribe to the Nuke the House YouTube channel, but you got to help us out. I know everybody here loves Keg, and maybe someday you'll like me too, but I got to be the bad guy, don't I? I got to be the bad guy. I'm the one that has to tell Coop things. I'm the one that has to tell Matt.
I'm a big fan of you being the bad guy.
I know. I got to be, but I'm the good guy. I'm a man of the people when it comes.
Are you though? I think I'm the man of the people.
No, you are not a man of the people.
I am a man of the people.
I am the man of the people. By the way, how's your cold sore?
It's not a cold sore. I cut myself.
Why don't you show everybody? Why don't you show everybody your mouth? Let's see.
Adam Meyer said, "You know what's really going to kick off this year?" I said, "What?" He said, "I need you to grow a power mustache for the beginning of the season." So I was like, "All right, for the people." I'll grow. I will attempt to grow a mustache for the first time in 20 years. So while I was doing that, I cut myself.
Hold on, you were shaving, so you're growing a mustache out and you shaved it.
No, I was shaving around.
This is a sign that you should not have a mustache. Okay. Marty Riggs loves you. Everybody loves Keg. We seriously, we all love Keg. Keg is
Marty
just
Riggs, my guy.
Keg's the man. We all love Keg. As long as he's winning and making us money, we love him. But they'll turn on you in a second, Keg. They'll turn on you in a second.
Nah, not my guys.
No, not your guys.
You might be like, hey, bro,
hold on a second.
We're not going to make any money if you don't win.
Well, I have said that, but you also listen. This guy's the best. But you go through funks. You had like a 2-month funk, and what did I keep saying every time? Don't worry about it. You're gonna turn around. I got confidence in you. But again, if you don't win, we're fucked. So that's the other side of the coin. Like, I'm gonna be supportive, and I know you're gonna win. But if you don't win, we're screwed.
Awesome.
So win. Just keep winning. Coop has to hit his 3 trillion to 1 parlay once a year. All he has to do is hit one of those.
Yep. No pressure at all.
And all you have to do is take 45 minutes out of your night to place those parlay bets.
Yeah, literally
45 minutes. I did it one time, Keg. I'm not even kidding you. And I did the bets for like $1, literally $1 just to do it. Took about 45 minutes, but one of them hit.
That's what he does, man.
That was it.
That's what he does.
You know, if you want to put the work in, and you can do it. You need more than that to put it in. You got to get a little faster than that, Josh. You got to get a little faster than that. I do want to talk about live betting too, in-game betting, because we're going to have Nuke U, right? Do you want to tell them about Nuke U again? And then I'm going to pick your brain a little bit, because I continue to learn how to live bet. Like, I got to track my picks. I think I'm a decent live better in the NFL. Everything else I suck in, but I'm a decent live better in the NFL. Basketball, I'm decent at too, but it's a different animal here in the National Football League. So first, Nuke U, and then I'm going to pick your brain.
Yeah, I've never really sat down and like wrote all my thoughts out about like in-game betting and how I approach it. I kind of just do it. So Nuke U is basically going to be us trying to take what I taught Coop in those 3.5 years, where he took one $600 deposit at a sports book and turned it into 100,000.
Oh my God.
So like he did that by picking my brain every day, like a relentless ball breaker for 3.5 years. And we're going to try to take that and put it into a course for people that have never placed a bet before, that don't even know what a money line total and a side is, up into more intricate thoughts on how we approach in-game betting by sport. And eventually we are going to offer like classes where 10 people will get in a room with me or Coop to like bet a NASCAR race, and you guys could ask us any questions that you want to along the way. We're going to try to set up something like that also. But yeah, just trying to make people as educated as we can, and taking little tidbits of info to have in their arsenal.
But I think just as important as what to do during live betting is what not to do. And I'll be giving my course for double your price on what not to do during live betting. You are going to learn everything.
What not to do?
Everything. But again, if he charges 100 for a class, I'm charging 200. My knowledge is going to be a lot better than his, because you're just going to learn, okay, I can't do that because Kushner does that.
You think you're better at losing than I am at winning? That's a tough one, right? That's a close call.
Yeah, well, you know what? We're going to start tracking things, and we're going to find out. That's all I'll say. But I'll still say this. Like, I think this under 31.5 is going to cash tonight. Like, we're off to a 1-0 start tonight. We're going to get it. And I think your Giants-Lions is going to – we're off to a good start in the NFL tonight.
Whoa, don't you mush me, bro.
I'm not mushing anything. I don't believe in mush. All right. So, Bucky, do you have the ability to link your bets? In other words, here's what I bet at DK and us lazy. Yes. Oh, no. Actually, like take you right to DraftKings?
No, we can't.
Nobody can do that.
No.
No.
But listen, boys, the spreadsheet is as good as it's going to get if you're viewing it on your phone. Now it's reactionary, so you have to turn your phone sideways to landscape mode. In a pinch, if you're out, it's okay. But if you're home, you have to view it on a tablet or your computer because it's just way easier for you guys to do that. And what we're going to try to do is we have the in-game betting room in our Discord. We're going to make a spreadsheet room in our Discord, and I will make sure that every bet that I put on the spreadsheet, I will take a screenshot and I will put it in our Discord. Now, I don't know if every handicapper is going to do that. Coop will probably do that. And then Maddie will probably do that if I ask him to. And then we'll see about the other guys. But I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible for you guys. But in the event that if you're home, don't use your phone. The website's this website fucks. It's pretty. View it on your desktop.
You can use your phone now. But I would save my phone for betting. That's what I would do. I would save my phone just for the in-game notifications that I have all of my sports books up. And here's something that Ked keeps telling me, and there's certain sports books that I just hate more because of
touchdown Giants.
All right. It's fine.
What was that? 80-yard run?
Fine. 10 points. So we need no more scoring?
No more scoring. Yeah.
All right, kid. That's not great. But mine is.
I mean, what am I going to? I guess we're only up 94 units now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're in the preseason. And by the way, New England's about to score too. So, or maybe do something. I'm not sure. It's raining out there. Imagine going to a preseason game in the pouring rain. What are you doing? I guess you're paying for the tickets. You might as well go. So Discord's not going away, and the point of the website is to house all the articles and additional things we're doing. Yeah. You can find the articles. You can find our videos there. That's basically it. Why did we do a website?
Because we would never get affiliates without a website.
Good point. We would never get affiliates without a website. So there are certain sports books I hate. Bet365 limited a small time bettor like me. FanDuel, worst customer service. But Keg's like, that's it. You have to sign up for the sports books. If you want to hit the best number, you got to sign up. So you come back once before football season starts. We'll have all the codes for you so you can get the best deal. But there's quite a few books out there you're going to have to sign up for. What do you say? 7, 8 books?
I have 15 outs, but like I tell people all the time, you don't need a big bankroll to have multiple books. Instead of throwing $1,000 in DraftKings for the NFL year, if that is your bankroll, throw $100 into 10 different books. And it will ensure that you're always going to get the best of the number, which above all is the most important thing when betting sports. So you have to get the best number. So I would say Kush is going to set up affiliates. So you guys will be able to just hit the button, go sign up at that sports book. But I would say that the Big 10 is probably what you need.
10.
Yeah. I mean, if
DraftKings, FanDuel.
If you're going to do it seriously.
Yeah. DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, BetRivers, 365,
Caesars, ESPN Bet.
ESPN, that's 7. To me, that's the big 7.
Fanatics.
Oh, I got to sign 8. Up for Fanatics.
Hard Rock.
I don't have Hard Rock. You're okay if you miss a couple of books, right? Like
yeah, I mean, if you have 8 books, you are way ahead of 99% of recreational bettors. Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, Betfred's not a bad one, Jared, if you have it.
I don't have Betfred.
Superbook. Oh, actually,
Superbook's gone.
I know. They closed it. I just took my money out.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, I've been saying this for a while. I don't know why certain sports books just don't target certain states. I know that, but when you are marketing, when you're Bet Rivers and you're marketing to the whole country, right? And you're what, 5th or 6th? You're probably 6th in the sports book market. Why would you just not market? Just market to like 5 states and spend all your money there.
Yep.
You're not going to compete with DraftKings and FanDuel, and it's going to be a monopoly at some point in time. DraftKings and FanDuel are going to have everything. There will be other books, and what about this BS with DraftKings now? What are they doing?
Don't even get me.
Well, I'm going to get you started. So here's the deal. DraftKings is going to take how much of a percentage?
3.2%, I think.
So every bet you win, they take 3.2% for tax.
Yes.
That's bullshit.
That is it. It's so gross, dude. It's such a spit in the face to people. So basically what they are doing is they're saying that we are going to tax the winning bets because we don't make enough money from the losers. Because they get taxed too much in certain states. And what people don't understand is sports betting comes down to math. And it's about what percentage of an edge do you have, okay? And that edge, a large portion of it just got destroyed. If you're only getting paid $19.68 on a $10 bet at even money, so they're fucking you bad. Like, most people won't care. They'll be like, it's 32 cents on $10, whatever. But for people that bet $1,000, it's going to be more money, obviously.
Even $100.
Yeah, right. But like, the problem is, unless there is pushback, they're going to get away with this, and then other sports books are going to try to do this. And it's going to put us in a real tough spot, man. Yeah. Like, I put money in an offshore account for the second time in fucking 6 years.
No, don't make me sign up for offshore. I don't like that.
I mean, like, DraftKings is not going to get a lot of my money if they're going to tax me on winners. Now, luckily, it's not happening in Jersey yet. It's only in Vermont, Pennsylvania, I believe, Illinois, and New York. Hopefully it doesn't come to my state. But if it does, I'll have to seriously think about it, because I need all the edge I can get when I bet on sports. And this guy that runs DraftKings thinks that people aren't going to care that much.
Well, here's the deal. Okay, so I've talked with Jason Robbins quite a bit.
Have you?
Yeah, because VSiN, when I worked at VSiN, they owned VSiN. So I would go back and forth, usually in like DMs and stuff in Twitter. And he said something really interesting, and I get where he's coming from. I just don't agree that he said it out loud. He's like, the big bettors don't matter to us. That's like, I'm paraphrasing, because the big bettors don't matter to us because what they want, and what he was implying is, we want to take the money from the people that are going to give us the money.
Like Ramon said, why wouldn't you just put the needed income into other market offerings such as futures pools or derivatives? Ramon, the first thing I thought about was, why didn't they just increase the hold on same game parlays? Because it's already ridiculous. Like, the hold on same game parlays is a joke, and that's why you shouldn't touch them for the most part with a 10-foot pole. But okay, for those people that all they do is bet same game parlays, it would have went over much better if they just increased the hold on same game parlays. And they didn't do this, because this is a really bad look, man. He said for JR to announce they are doing it DK is making a point. It was obvious that the taxes assigned to sports books were going to be unfair and too large, surely. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But you know what? Then have regulation, because I shouldn't be able to get limited just because I win. Like that's not right. That's not how it should be. If you're going to take the money from the fish, then you got to take me and let me bang out. That's how it works.
But they don't.
That's the world.
They don't, and they know that they got everybody by the balls, and they also know that 90% of their customers don't give a damn about this. A, they might not even know about it, and B, they just don't care about it. They want to take more money from the winners, which is a good business practice. Like, I think it's great for their stock. I just think it's BS, is what it is. And the other thing is, like, the other thing that really bothers me, and I wonder if there's any way to counteract this or you know, just get the government. I don't want to get the government involved, but limiting bettors. Like, you're taking such a risk. They make so much money. The odds are in their favor, right? Why? How do they have the right to limit bettors? Why? How do they get the right to say, no, you can't bet as much, but other people, it's like, yeah, just keep betting.
Because it's not regulated. And until
we need to regulate it.
Unfortunately, and like you know, nobody likes a ton of regulation, right? But in this instance, people are getting fucked. You cannot not, like Ramon just said it perfectly. And it's the reason why people like Jeff Benson and Circa thrive. Like I've been begging the guy for 18 months to get New Jersey, because if a bookmaker cannot make money off their winners, like Ramon says, they are not real bookmakers. And that is the God's honest truth. They are just copying people's lines. Exactly. So I'm with you, Ramon. We're in lockstep. I totally agree. And until there is some type of regulation that says, hey, if you're going to take people's homes because they can't win money, then you have to let people be able to buy homes that are good enough to do that off your sports book. And until that happens, we're just going to get fucked.
I'm not for regulations, but again, you shouldn't be able to limit. They just should not be able to limit, Keg. You talk about having it's already unbalanced, right? And now it's really unbalanced because they're not letting the big bettors put the bets in. Like,
by
it's
the
just
way,
not fair.
We're dead. Dan Campbell just fucked us. He went for it on 4th down inside his own 40.
Yeah.
And they didn't get it.
It's all right. Tommy DeVito might throw a pick, and we're going to bounce back, and we're going to win the Patriots-Panthers, so don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm not worried, my guy.
No, that's preseason. We're just getting ready for this.
Yeah, I'm never worried about it.
Are these even sheet picks yet? Or is this just having fun picks?
Well, everything. See,
tracked.
You see, Holden. You want to know the difference between us and everybody else, or a lot of other people? We track everything.
Okay.
It got sent to the notification for people. It will be on the spreadsheet as soon as the game's over, win or lose.
So basically, if Carolina, New England cashes, I'm able to track my bets on the site. You're allowed to, you can do that. We made it very easy for you. I put it on there and I don't make another bet the rest of the year.
1-0. Let's go.
I'm not going to, because I just want to put the record up there. You know, what are you hitting? 30-something% of your bets, but you're up so much. It's just a different way. Live betting, for those of you that have never done it, or you're interested in learning about it, is just different, Keg. And you say, I don't know what my thing is. Here's what I think your strategy is. Take shots on big numbers, okay, that theoretically have a better shot of hitting than the number. So if you bet 10 times and you only hit 3, but you hit 3 at an average of 5-1, well, you're profitable. You're up 5 units.
Right. Like, yes, I bet sports very differently from most people. Most people just grind out coin flips and they hope to hit 55% of the time. And they hope to bank, 20 to 30 units in an NFL season, 30 to 40 maybe, which is a great year. 30, 40 units is a solid year. in the NFL. And my average line is this year about plus 500. So what I like to do is I try to find the value in the big numbers, where if you hit it at 25% of the time, you're guaranteed to make money. And that's why last year we hit 29% of my bets, but I made 340 units because our average line was 6-1 last year. And like at any given time, touchdown, I lost. But at any given time, there might be a 40-1 on the spreadsheet, a 60-1 on the spreadsheet. You're rarely going to see me betting coin flips. I'll do it NFL sides, NFL totals, and I'll lay it when I feel there's an edge in MMA. But outside of that, man, I'm trying to hit big numbers because there is value in those big numbers that sports books don't recognize. And that's why I haven't had to go to work in 15 years, my friend.
Oh, you got to go to work now. Now you're working, you SOB. We're working on our website. We're working on getting subscribers. So that's all we got. Like button would be great. We're going to hang out really till halftime. I think we're not going to hang out too much longer. I got to get that show that we did earlier today. If you're just joining us, Keg, well, I was the host. Keg broke down AFC East and AFC West. For those of you looking to bet futures in the AFC East, AFC West, get over to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Nuke the House, so you'll get notifications. For your phone's blowing up. Yeah. Subscribe for notifications. Hit the like button here too. Please hit the like. It's not that tough for you to do. I don't understand what's going on here, but you can check that out. AFC East and West. Tomorrow we're going to do the AFC North and South. What time are we doing that at, Keg?
4
o'clock.
Yep.
4 o'clock Eastern time. If you're interested in futures betting, AFC North and South. Today we already got the AFC East and West up there. He likes the Jets, and he likes the Jets, and he likes the Chiefs.
Yeah, we took the Jets to win the division. We took them over the win total, and Garrett Wilson over 1,125 yards on the year. What that kid has done with those two quarterbacks, spectacular. Only 12 other wideouts in the history of the sport have done it. So, I mean, I like the Jets a lot. Signed, I like Miami, but they got big issues in their defense. They got problems.
Yeah, when they lost Wilkins, that was a little bit concerning, wasn't it? And Jalen Ramsey, though, their secondary's all right, but he's going to have to do a lot. And Tua, if you're thinking he stays healthy, hey, man, this is his third straight year in the same system. And that really counts for something in my book. I like seeing quarterbacks preseason, how long have they been under their system? And for a guy to be under a system for 3 years is pretty impressive. That doesn't happen that often because the OC either sucks or he's so good that he gets a head coaching job. So again, Keg, this is, to me, it's a boost for Tua for him to have the same guy. Josh Allen's working with a guy that picked up week 11 last year, and it worked out a lot, but he's still learning that system. He's had a full off season, so that's good. He's still learning that system.
And you know what the problem with Miami, like those 2 concussions or 3 that he had in that 1 year in the span of however many weeks, that's not good, man. Like at any given moment,
yeah,
they could lose Tua. They really could. And my biggest issue with the Dolphins is all they did last year was beat up on bad teams. They went 10-1 against teams that didn't sniff the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They went 1-5 against playoff teams. And that tells you everything you need to know.
Not great.
They're not great. They're good. They're just good enough to beat up on, some people. Now they picked up Beckham, I know. They got Jonnu Smith. But yeah, losing Wilkins was big. They lost Justin Houston.
Mm-hmm.
But I love Chop. Another bet that I kind of like, Chop Robinson to be the defensive rookie of the year.
Don't tell everybody their picks from today. They got to watch the video.
Oh, sorry.
That's enough. I got to teach you things like this.
My bad.
There's nuances.
You
teach me how to bet. I teach you how to do shows.
Fair. In terms of the weekend schedule, boys, Friday night, Coop and I will be doing Take It to the Bank, the NASCAR podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, we'll be live on YouTube for the NASCAR Xfinity race and UFC Fight Night. And then Sunday, we'll be live for Patreon or for premium members for the NASCAR Cup race on Sunday. So we'll be live all weekend long. A lot of stuff to do. Hopefully we'll grind out some profit.
Just looking at my DFS lineup here. I got Eric Gray. So that was a nice call.
How's it looking?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing good. I'm what is this? An 11,000 person tournament. And I'm sitting at 138. So that's pretty good.
Adam said the Bills are going to be worse than expected. Yeah, I think they're going to struggle too.
They're just going to run and play defense, though. I think they're going to be in close games. They're going to be in close games, buddy, all season long. They're going to run a lot. He just doesn't have any weapons. Dalton Kincaid. Who else did we talk about today that he was going to throw to? Tupac Shakir and
they got Curtis Samuel.
Can't stay on the field. Tupac Shakir and Dalton Kincaid and Knox. Those are the guys.
Yep.
That's it. Didn't they draft someone too, though? I thought they brought in a wide receiver in the draft.
The
ultimate thing for that offense though is Josh Allen. Again, is he inaccurate sometimes?
Oh, Keon was not Keon. Oh, Buffalo got Keon Coleman, didn't they?
Yeah, Coleman.
Yeah.
Was it. So we'll see if he can make an immediate impact. But
Josh
Allen really is a great quarterback. He's not the most accurate, but the guy can run. The guy has a cannon for an arm. He's a gamer.
He's a gamer. Here's my problem with that.
Yeah.
I feel like last year was their year. Like everything was set up for them to do it last year.
I'm with you.
And if they could not do it last year, they're not doing it with this team. I'll tell you that.
I don't think they're doing it, but I think they're a playoff team. But damn, that division is tough. Like, are they going to get 3 teams in that division? Is Aaron Rodgers still Aaron Rodgers?
That is the question of the AFC East.
That's the question of the AFC to me. Is Aaron Rodgers still Aaron Rodgers? Because if Aaron Rodgers still Aaron Rodgers, that defense, that running game, I don't love the weapons he has. That's for Wilson. I mean, Mike Williams can't stay on the field. That's some issues there. But man, it's I'm not so sure that I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure the Jets are as big of a lock as you think they are.
Well, if they stay healthy and
Aaron Rodgers.
If Aaron Rodgers is healthy and he is 80% of what he was.
AFC Championship game.
They're going far. Because the Jets have undoubtedly a top 5 defense, maybe the best defense in football. And they have an incredible running back. They have weapons. They finally shored up the offensive line. It's really going to come down to Rodgers. Is he still Aaron Rodgers, and can he stay healthy? If yes to both of those questions, then we're going pretty far this year, I think.
Okay, my friend, 2-minute warning right now in New England, 7-0 Patriots. I think the total's down to 23.5. I want to say, I don't know. Is that a big play? No, these two teams just suck in the regular season. They suck now. 24.5. At halftime, let's just get out of here. Giants 14, Lions 3. Shit happens. But I'm going to say this one more time. Please, 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 for the site, because I know a lot of you love everything that goes on here. Hit the like button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, put on your notifications so you know when we're doing shows, because it's going to be different this year. We're going to be doing shows during the week. Like every day we're going to have something. We'll have combo shows with our DFS partner. We're going to have a podcast. Me and Keg will have a podcast. You got podcasts with Coop. Monday we'll be doing shows.
We're going to do
a live show on Monday.
We're going to do some stuff with 4 for 4.
Yeah, Connor's in too. We'll have shows on. We'll have an NFL show every single day except for Saturday. And then again, college show. First time we've done that. We've got our guy Ray Gray Fox, and I'll tell you who the new host is of that show too, because there's a guy I know from Visa, and I just don't want to announce it yet. But we got a good team. We got a really good team. Free articles up right now on nukethehouse.com. What's up, Viper? Good to see you, pal. Good to see you in here.
What's up, Vipe?
Anything else you want to add to this before we leave?
I think that's it, buddy. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock, we'll be back to do some North-South AFC preview. And then tomorrow night, Coop and I will be live for the NASCAR pod.
And then this weekend, more NASCAR. A lot of NASCAR this weekend, right?
Yep.
Pete, when's the F1 show?
Is F1 back, Pete? Because if it is, maybe I'll wake up Sunday morning for you.
Don't do it, Keg.
If it's back.
Listen, I'm very protective of Keg right now because I do not need him getting worn out. I have told him this a million times. He's got to handicap everything. He's got to win. We're putting a site together. We're putting teams together. We're launching the site officially next week. We got a soft launch here with our Patreon people and our annual subscribers. No F1 show. No.
Okay.
You're not allowed to do it.
All right. CEO said no.
You are not allowed to do it. I will fire you if you do it. I can't.
Fair enough.
Can I fire you, by the way, as the CEO?
You could definitely fire me. Yeah.
Oh, this is good. This is good. China. All right, friends. Thank you. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. I don't know if we have a graphic leaving. Why don't we put this graphic up here? This is what we won. This is what the boys won last year. Oh, you want to put that one on?
Well, yeah.
All right, you put this one up.
We
got a whole bunch
of last year.
Oh, hold on. Take that off for a second. Take this off. Take it off. Put us back on. How did you not play any sound effects that I loaded up for you?
Oh,
how?
I'm sorry. We'll do it. We'll do it. But can we?
That's a good song. Listen to this. Listen to this, Keg.
Yep. So that's that. That's what we did last year in the NFL. Didn't have a losing month.
You nuked it.
Yeah, it was the sickest year I've ever had in my life, if I'm being honest.
Well, you got to do it better this year.
Because I'm transparent, I tell everybody, hey, guys, are we going to win 340 units every year? No, we're not. No, we're not. The goal is to be profitable, and we'll go from there. That's
and no more. You are banned from YouTube if you ask Keg to do an F1 show, you're done. I'm not doing it anymore.
Kenny said, "R.I.P.
R.I.P. to your ears." Oh, I mean, R.I.P. to your ears when you started listening to the show. Okay, buddy. Oh, Jesus! I accidentally put that.
That's Marty. That's my guy, Marty.
Marty Riggs.
He's an
Go put something up on the screen for us so we can get out of here. I can play the music and we can get out of here.
You got it, buddy.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Remember, Nuke 25% off your first payment of a monthly plan once we open things up 1 week from today, August 15th. Right now, we got free articles up there in the welcome video with a handsome man that tells you what to do. Thanks for checking out. Nuke the House. For Keg, I'm Kush.